Hi, this is Pierre-Yves Delacote, working at Plant Technologies. So let's talk about best practices around teams. So, what should you do before creating a team? I talked about early on. I talked about how you define the use case, or you find out what your best use case are. But now you're almost ready to create a team. So, what should you do before that, just before creating the team? So, first, I think you need to understand what is the purpose of your team. Because when you're going to add members to the team, they need to understand right away what is the purpose of building a team. Is it a project purpose? Is it a team purpose? Is it a functional purpose? Whatever purpose it is, you need to define what it is so people can really understand where they're landing. And then you need to figure out if Teams is the right solution for that. Do you have to discuss with the people in the team? And do you really have to go back and forth in terms of discussion? Or you just want to share information, centralize information, and share it with people. So if you just have to share information, just like I don't know, you're in HR and you want to share an official document, you might not need a team for that. You might use a SharePoint site where the documents are final and you share them with your peers. Um, so think about, is Teams the right solution? Is it based on conversation? Do you need conversations? Is it really a team? People are. You need to understand that when people are joining a team as a member, they can edit, delete, modify the document that you store in your team. So then you realize if it's what you want or not. So is team a solution for your need? Then you need to search if somebody already created a team that looks like a little bit like yours. Maybe there's somebody in another department or somewhere who already built something. So you don't want to reinvent the wheel. So you at least you search for that kind of team with keywords. You look if there's already a team existing, and then you contact the person who's in charge of the team to be sure that you're not trying to achieve the same thing. Um, then you need to think about a name, a meaningful name. So other people going to search before creating the team can find through the name of your team what the purpose of the team is. So it will be really helpful for people who want to join the team or people who want to see if the team already exists, to have a meaningful name for the team. And then before creating the team, you need to um, think about how long you want the team to exist. What is the life cycle of your team? Is it a short project and let's say 3 months, and then what are you going to do with the team? Are you going to archive it? Are you going to save the final document somewhere in a SharePoint site to share the final documents with people, or what is your strategy about the life cycle of your team? And you also need to figure out who's the audience, who are the members of your team you're targeting. There might be members for the first phase when you launch a team, and then maybe other members after a while. Because, for example, when you're on a project, maybe you will onboard people. Not all of them at the beginning of the project. Maybe after a few weeks or a few months, depending on the size of the project. So, identifying your target audience is really important. And finally, I will say you need to figure out what is the privacy of your team. So, do you want it to be public, meaning that anybody in your organization can have access to this team and join the team without asking you, because you're comfortable with people joining the team, because you think that even if they don't contribute, that might help them. For the one who are interested to join the team, that might help them. For example, if you do, that's what I recommend for all the customer I'm working with. If you create a team called user group team, where you share tips and tricks on how to use Teams, and then you want this team to be public so anybody can join it, and maybe eventually you want this team to be org-wide. That means everybody is invited by default. So at least it should be public. Some other teams you want to make them private, so that means people need to ask the owner to join the team, or the owner has to invite them. So it can be public, it can be private, but it can be also, let's say, secret. What is secret? For example, let's say your organization is going to merge with another organization. If you create a team named merger with whatever the name of the company is or the organization is, then people can search and find the name. They can't access to the team, but they can find the name, and maybe that will create a bad buzz. So creating a secret team is more about labeling the name of the team so people won't be doing the buzz around the name of the secret team, for example. That's why I'm calling it a secret team. So those are the things to do before, I think, main things to do before creating a team. And then you can either request your IT department or somebody who's owner who can do that to create a team, or if your organization lets you create a team, then you press on create team, and then you follow the path of creating a team with all the good decision you made before creating a team. That was the tip of the day, best practice of the day for teams. See you.